Many thanks for joining us on Television News at 7. We apologize for coming your way a little behind schedule. My name is Rosemary Ukokotega. The headlines. Police confirms 20 people killed in Plateau community attack. President Tinubu hails former head of state Babangida at 85, says his legacy is indelible. FCT Minister orders demolition of buildings on waterways. Abaji Area Council Administration holds 2026 tender bid opening exercise. Over 20 people, including women and children, are feared killed, with several others still missing in an attack on Ampa in the Bui district of Mangu local government area of Plateau State. The attack occurred in the early hours of Tuesday, 18th of August 2026. Public Relations Officer of the Plateau Police Command, Alfred Alabo, confirmed the attack, saying the initial figure received by the command was 18 casualties. Alabo, however, said the figure is believed to have risen to more than 20 as further details emerge from the affected community. He added that the Commissioner of Police in Plateau, Faniyan Ayodeji, and his team are visiting the scene to assess the situation. Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police IGP Tunde Disu has issued a stern public warning against jungle justice and mob action, declaring that anyone who assaults or kills a suspect outside the law will be prosecuted for murder. The IGP stressed that the measures have become necessary to checkmate the rising cases of extrajudicial killings across the country. IGP Disu, in a viral video on social media, monitored by a print medium, delivered a direct message to the public, citing specific sections of Nigerian law and issuing new operational directives to police commands nationwide. He particularly made the public address to Nigerians amid growing online footage of mob attacks across the country. A particular case was the killing of 25-year-old University of Jos graduate Ibrahim Mbaya, popularly known as Ibi, who was assaulted in Jos on July 26 after being accused of stealing an iPhone 12. Police have since made arrests in connection with the killing. The police chief said mob action can no longer be excused as community justice. He noted that sections 319 and 221 deal with murder, while Section 516 criminalizes conspiracy, giving police the broad basis to prosecute participants and enablers alike. According to Disu, anyone who assaults or summarily executes a suspected criminal in the name of mob action is guilty of murder, and the punishment for murder is death. The IGP extended liability beyond those who carry out the act, saying under Section 516 of the Criminal Code, saying anyone who plans, incites, or encourages a mob is also criminally liable. IGP Disu specifically warned those who film, circulate videos, mobilize crowds, or obstruct police intervention. The IGP therefore urged the public to allow law enforcement to handle suspects and refrain from taking the law into their own hands. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated former military President General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, GCFR, on his 85th birthday, describing him as an outstanding leader whose impact on Nigeria remains unmatched. In a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, President Tinubu said Babangida's remarkable military career culminated in his leadership of the nation following the 1985 coup. President Tinubu noted that Babangida expanded the nation's economy, established lasting infrastructure, and created several agencies and institutions that continue to serve national interest. The president said General Babangida's name and legacy would remain indelible in Nigeria's history owing to his many contributions to national development. He also acknowledged the former leader's continued role in national discourse from his Mina Hilltop residence in Niger State. The president prayed for continued grace, good health and strength for the elder statesman. General Babangida clocked 85 on Sunday, August 17, 2026. FCT Minister Ezenwa Wike says President Bola Tinubu faces his easiest presidential contest yet in the 2027 election, describing Nigeria's opposition as weakened and depleted. Barrister Wike made the assessment while reacting to the outcome of the recent Osun State governorship election in Abuja. He also defended the credibility of the election process, rejecting claims that federal might was deployed in favor of the ruling APC. The minister further compared the political environment ahead of 2027 with the uncertainty surrounding the 2023 presidential election, arguing that the opposition currently lacks the strength and cohesion needed to unseat the incumbent. Here,
be able to know that this government, for what I have seen, in terms of allowing processes to run their own way, I think this government, to some extent, it must give them that credit. Give them that credit. You don't need to like anybody who is in charge or not. You don't need to. I have participated in the election. I have seen what they call federal might. I have seen where, of course, I don't know where most of you are. We have started work there. I'm sure 2019, it was, I think is this the man that is, they say is going to do what, VP for agency, right? I think it's one that they say VP for Rivers State, is it not? That will carry platoon of soldiers. Let them come and carry platoon of soldiers and come again. Because, you see, this election, 2027 election, will be the easiest election for Mr. President. 2023 was a tough election for him. Yes, I say so. 2023 was a tough election for him. This is an election where opposition has been crippled, you know what I mean? Crippling people. Depleted, they finish them. They have nothing to, you see, for you to be opposition to remove a government, it must be what you call a strong, vibrant opposition that has stayed for over 4 years planning, not the opposition that is looking for party to go to. Today you go to party A. When they saw me in PDP, they ran away. They go to this place. So you see, that kind of opposition can never win. Can never win. And it will be the most complained election. Why? Because you have already known your fate before the election. So there will be much complaint. This is where the president will be carrying his portfolio, entering the villa again without any stress. 2023 was a stressful election for him. How many people in 2023 could stand to count on your mandate will stand? Tell me. How many people will be bold, who were bold then to stand? Even governors that were even afraid. Because nobody knew. Nobody knew what the government then was trying to do. Now, everybody has seen where the good thing is. And people have moved down there.
Recent flooding in parts of Abuja has prompted the FCT administration to order the immediate demolition of houses found obstructing designated water channel. FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says the exercise will begin immediately and continue through Saturday, irrespective of the status of the property owners or ongoing political activities. Speaking after inspecting flood-affected areas in Maitama, Barrister Wike blamed the flooding partly on human activities, including construction on waterways, blocked drainage channels, and indiscriminate dumping of refuse. He also insisted that the administration has the political will to enforce Abuja's development regulations. Here is the FCT Minister's Nyesom Wike's soundbite.
It's not the first time. Nobody says any government is happy when it floods in there. Nobody can say so. But nobody should also trivialize the fact that because it has happened now, means that it has never happened before as far as Abuja is concerned. That would be unfair. That would be unfair. Flood could be a natural disaster. After all, you see focus. The name states that are likely to be flooded or flood likely to take place in some states based on torrential rainfall they expect. It happens. Flooding has taken place in Dubai. Flooding has taken place in America, in England. These are even, you can say, well-organized, developed cities. Yet flooding took place. When climate change period, the kind of rains we have experienced, or we're experiencing now, we will not have experienced it before. But that's not that. There are no man-made factors. They're there. And it is those man-made factors we have been trying to tackle, and will continue to tackle. Man-made factors could be one. People building and blocking the channel of water passing through. Man-made factor could be two. People building in a place that's not designated to be built upon. Man-made factor could be people or government or officials of government not carrying out their functions by desilting the drainages. Man-made factor could be we here, as human irresponsible, carrying our refuse, not putting it in the right place, we just throw it to the drainages. At the end of the day, you have blockage. That could also cause flood. So you cannot take all these factors and heap it on government. No, it's not correct. And let nobody make mistake that this government lacks the political will to do anything. The person must be making a very big mistake. If there's one minister that has that political will, I have the political will. And what has happened today will show Nigerians that we have the political will to tackle those man-made factors. It doesn't matter who is responsible. It doesn't matter how high place you are.
Residents by the end of December. Barrister Wike says the contractors handling the projects, particularly CGC, have demonstrated commitment by working day and night despite limited mobilization. The projects include the Access Road, awarded in 2014, with its first phase covering about 5.4 kilometers and 2 interchanges. Speaking during an inspection of the project, the minister commended the contractors for supporting the administration's development agenda and urged other companies to emulate their commitments. He expressed confidence that both projects would be completed before the end of the year.
I really would want to thank Mr. President for approving the complete release of the fund for the ISEX of the first phase, which will finish 2 interchanges and take about 500 kilometers of road. And I want to commend the contractors for having confidence in us that even though they have not been mobilized much, yet see the level of work. And that shows their commitment and belief in this administration. That's what I've urged other contractors to emulate. Everything is not about profit. Sometimes for the development, your own contribution for the development of the area, money will come at the end of the day. There's no government that will give out jobs and will not want to pay. Probably the money may not come at that time you expected it, but at the end of the day, we believe that you haven't worked, you deserve your payment. So I thank them and let them continue. And all the other contractors, other companies, to emulate what CGC is doing. I want to commend them and let them not, be reluctant. I know that when you say this, some companies will go and lobby them to say, oh, why are you working when we are not working? Please, they are committed to contribute to the success of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. So I'm quite confident by December ending, God willing, these two projects would have been handed over to us, and you can imagine what the landscape would be. Indeed, the present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu has given so much to the Federal Capital Territory. We thank him for that, and we also thank the people for the support they have been given to the administration. We've not had any crisis of community problems. They have been very, 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 our youth are fully engaged in having works to do. So we're happy.
The Abaji Area Council Administration, under the leadership of the Chairman Alhaji Abubakar Umar Abdullahi, has officially conducted the 2026 tender bid opening exercise at the Abaji Area Council Conference Hall Secretariat. A statement issued by the Chairman's Chief Press Secretary, Comrade Abu Mohammed, said the Chairman was ably represented at the exercise by the Council Secretary, Mr. Agaba Audu, who attended the official opening of the bids. Speaking on behalf of the Chairman, Mr. Agaba assured all participating bidders that the procurement process would be conducted with utmost transparency, fairness, and accountability in strict compliance with due process and relevant procurement guidelines. He emphasized that the Council administration remains committed to ensuring a credible and transparent procurement process that provides equal opportunities to all qualified bidders while promoting a value for public resources. Mr. Agaba Audu thereafter officially declared the 2026 tender bid opening exercise open and proceeded with the formal opening of the submitted bids in the presence of participating bidders and relevant officials. The exercise forms part of the Abaji Area Council Administration's commitment to strengthening transparency, accountability, and due process in the implementation of its development programs and projects across the Area Council. In attendance were a representative of the FCT Minister, the Council Director of Administration, Chief of Staff to the Chairman, Head of Procurement and Logistics, all supervisory councillors from various departments, senior special assistants, heads of departments, among others. You're watching News at 7 on ASO Television. We are live on GSTV 392, StarTimes TV 127, Free TV 507 on the UHF band 38. Coming up after the break, fleeing celebrity drug kingpin arrested as NDLEA smashes cocaine cartel. Stay with us.
I want this one and that one. I think I need both. Can I get with this one? Oh yes, no less. Give me a little more. Give me a little more.
Women's Africa Cup of Nations.
This is her stage, and we are here for her.
Give me a little more. Give me a little more.
About 2 days after the Osun governorship election, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Oyebamiji, has broken his silence, throwing his weight behind his party's decision to review the outcome of the just concluded poll. Oyebamiji lost to incumbent Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party in Saturday's election, coming second with 444,815 votes, while the candidate of the African Democratic Congress ADC flag bearer, Najim Salam, finished a distant third with 17,180 votes. Days after the declaration of the result, the APC candidate said that he respects the decision of the party in its ongoing review of the outcome of the election. The APC candidate asked his supporters to remain calm and peaceful as they go about their daily activities in the post-election period. He, however, raised concerns over what he described as the trend of hostility against APC members and his supporters. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has dismantled an international cocaine cartel allegedly using Nigeria as a transit hub to the UK, Europe, and Asia. The operation led to the arrest of its Nigerian Arrowhead luxury goods dealer and social media influencer, Afolabi Kazeem Michael, popularly known as KC Luxury. NDLEA Chairman Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa, retired, disclosed this on Tuesday, August 18 in Lagos. He said his investigation began after operatives intercepted 184.50 kilograms of cocaine concealed in a Kaura consignment in Lagos with an estimated international value of 39 billion naira. The investigation also led to the arrest of Lawal Mujab Kandi, a staff member of the logistics company allegedly used by the cartel to process and route drug consignments. Marwa said the suspect had maintained a relationship with the syndicate and was paid to facilitate shipments.
Be giving an account of the largest cocaine seizure in a courier house in the history of the agency, and one of the most significant and successful narcotics investigations undertaken by this agency in recent times. An investigation that has led to the unmasking and dismantling of an international cocaine trafficking cartel that has for years used Nigeria as a transit hub for the movement of illicit drugs to the United Kingdom, other parts of Europe, and Asia. This Mujab Kende is a staff member of the logistics firm through which the cocaine was processed, who investigators established had a direct and sustained relationship with the cartel's Nigerian coordinator.
Nigeria's headline inflation rate declines to 15.43% in July 2026 from the 15.91% recorded in June 2026. The National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, in its latest Consumer Price Index, CPI, disclosed that the July 2026 figure also represents a significant decline when compared with the 24.94% recorded in July 2025. While noting that this is following the recent rebasing of the CPI to 2024 base year and a 2023 weight reference period, the NBS explained that the CPI rose to 145 points in July, representing an increase of 2.2% from the preceding month. The Bureau acknowledged that despite the moderation in headline inflation, food prices continue to exert significant pressure on households, with food inflation rate rising to 20.31% on a year-on-year basis in July 2026. The NBS attributed the increase in the food inflation rate to changes in the average prices of several food items, including, among others, fresh pepper, tomatoes, onions, plantain, beef, eggs, and ginger. According to the statement, Adamawa State recorded the highest year-on-year all items inflation rate at 33.03%, while Nasarawa State recorded the lowest year-on-year food inflation rate at 7.86%. Nollywood celebrities have rallied behind veteran Yoruba actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, following an appeal by his daughters for financial assistance to support the treatment of a family member battling stage 4 cancer. The appeal generated concern within the entertainment industry, with colleagues and fans expressing solidarity with the actor and his family during the difficult period. Ogogo's daughters called for public support, explaining that the advanced stage of the illness requires urgent and sustained medical attention. They appealed to well-meaning Nigerians to assist the family in meeting the treatment costs. Members of the Nollywood community already responded by offering prayers, encouragement, and support to the veteran. The development also renewed calls for greater support for families facing the financial burden of cancer treatment. And that's it on News at 7. Many thanks for watching. I am Rosemary Ukokotega. Good night.